Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your week ahead reading for July 1st to July 7th, 2019. This is for all Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placement. Sagittarius, I already shuffled, laid out your spread. This is your reading. By the way, Sagittarius, you got 5 guidance cards that came out. 5. You need a lot of guidance this week, Sag. So let's get into your reading. So, Sagittarius, your overall energy that is your theme in the week ahead is we're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. Well, well, well. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, Sagittarius? So, let's see what we got going on here. So, Sagittarius, what I feel about this energy is that this is you coming to some sort of realization about yourself, maybe even about others. Um, I feel like this is you realizing that, as it has to do with the people that you encounter or deal with or you're interacting with, those you know, those you get to know, those you encounter. You are realizing that everyone is still interesting, even if they're a little bit different, and that you're discovering that everybody is full of secrets, both good and bad, including you, including you. And I feel that you're at a place where you are, as you realize this, especially more for yourself, Sagittarius, that you are standing in your truth and choosing to be your authentic self. And by you doing that, that means that you are no longer hiding who you truly are, because it's just too fucking exhausting to do that. And instead, you are embracing your eccentric self, your eccentric self, what makes you eccentric. And you are owning and standing in that which is your own peculiar but dynamic genius. And that's just what it is, plain and simple. And you are not apologizing for it anymore, that is. So, Sagittarius, what's connected to this is the dog. And what's around that dog is the snake. Ooh. And also the woman. So, Sagittarius, this is either you, the woman, or you are dealing with the woman. This woman, I feel, uh, or as it has to do with who you're dealing with, whether this is you, the woman, but this feels like you're dealing with the woman. This is you dealing with the woman, Sagittarius. And there is a question around this woman or you, from this woman about you or towards you, about your loyalty, about your friendship, your loyalty to the friendship. And this could be your friend, or a very or someone you connect with, that your loyalty is in question to the friendship and trustworthiness, or you are questioning this connection, this woman. Because with the snake here, there's a energy of betrayal or deceit, lies, envy, complications, even jealousy. And so you also have the cross underneath that. And with the cross here, this has been a burden for you, or for who you're dealing with, or for both of you, where there's some regret, there's some burden, there's some grief. Somebody's even playing the martyr. You weren't there for me. That's what I'm hearing. Why weren't you there for me? I'm there for you. And the thing is, you've been there for each other, I feel. But somebody is really playing the martyr here, and I feel like Sagittarius, you don't give a fuck no more. You used to, but now you don't, because you know what? You like, we all living out here. We all got things we're doing. You know, it feels like you know, you're so busy counting that person, or you are so busy counting the one time you couldn't come through, and just skip all the times you always came through. This is you or who you dealing with behaving like this. And you know what? You like, wait a minute. Either you can't do math or you can't do math. And so you either question someone's loyalty, or someone's questioning their loyalty to you. And it's an uphill battle of difficulties, because you may not be seeing eye to eye somehow, I feel. So this is rather interesting. Okay, so let's get into this, Sagittarius. At the bottom of the deck, you got the Seven of Cups. So you got some confusion. And guess what? Guess what? Underneath that, you also have the Hierophant. Am I putting this together right? Okay. You also have the Hierophant here. See that? So there's some confusion around commitment, around relationship. Now, you could be dealing with belief systems, um, with the Hierophant here. Um, Also, you could be dealing with the Taurus, or um, this could be energy in your chart. So what I'm feeling here with this Hierophant is that this is around perhaps your belief system, or the belief system of who you're dealing with, or both. Um, and this here is either you or who you're dealing with wants you to conform to the way things are, or the way things have gone, or something along the lines of being on the lines of being the tradition, being that what's this is how we do it, how we've done it. And you are like, or who you're dealing with is like, and I feel this is you. You're like, listen, I'm not any less loyal, but we can't do it the way we've been doing it, because we all a little bit older, we got a little more responsibility, there's changes that have happened in our lives, there's things I'm doing, there's things you're doing, schedules get crossed up, shit happens. And it can't be the way it was. It doesn't mean it's any less committed. But there is some sort of tug of war between you and this person about this loyalty and trustworthiness, and that you're questioning this person because you're like, wait a minute, I don't know if I want to be aligned to you. And the person you are dealing with is coming at you like, you gotta do better. You didn't come through. It's like they want to get blood out of a stone, out of a rock. And the thing is, you couldn't be there. You showed up all the other times. You've been there all the other times. Just one time, and you couldn't do it. And it's the whole thing, like everything else is erased. And so maybe you're questioning the loyalty of the person you're dealing with. Like, wow, it's like that? Really? And so you are having some confusion in your commitments, or with this Seven of Cups energy here, Sagittarius. You are weighing up your commitments, and you're making decisions, and I feel like the choices you are looking at is commitments that are causing you confusion, or doesn't allow you to be able to make decisions that are best for you without them tripping, because somehow it doesn't allow you to still come together in a way that they're used to. You're like, I can't. And so, yeah, You're like, look, I'm bigger than this. I don't have time for this. Now, Sagittarius, with the Hierophant here, you could also be dealing with institutions and weighing up your options and trying to make decisions that are best and trying to use sound judgment if you are dealing with institutions, or if you are with this Hierophant here, um, needing to follow some rules perhaps, or you may be having a focus on family. Um, but also, this is about you having wisdom, having understanding, um, you not being petty, but perhaps you might be dealing with pettiness or vice versa. But certainly here, with the Seven of Cups, this is about you weighing your options and clearing the confusion and cutting away what doesn't serve you, I feel. And you're deciding that, if who you're dealing with, their requirements of you make you compromise who you truly are, you're not about to do that shit. You're not about to do that. So your overall energy and focus here, Sagittarius, is you do have the Six of Cups and the Two of Wands. Yep. So with this energy here, this could be with to do with someone from the past, maybe an old friend. It could be an old love or an ex. This could be a family member. This could even be your child or children. But with the Six of Cups energy, this is more about you focusing on your happiness and doing what makes you happy and reconciling and coming to terms with that, whether people like it or not. And you having emotional balance no matter what. Because with this Two of Wands, this is about making a decision. And there's three people here. So you might have at least two female friends that's giving you the lip service about how you need to be there, or who you need to be needs to be who they knew when who you are is evolving. They are too, but you are more flexible. You see this red here? This is you. I feel this brings me to the to think about the root chakra with all that red. This is about you. You've been focusing on your security. You've been focusing on, surviving out here, making stuff happen. You trying to build your security and stability. You trying to get grounded. You're not trying to have nobody take you off your game with what your aims and focus are, what you're trying to create, what you are building for yourself, what you have to do, what your responsibilities and priorities are. And this is not you not prioritizing your friends, but let's face it, I'm sure there's a few things that come before them. And even your friends need to realize that. And they're like, look at them, they're like surprised. Like, how could you? And you got your arms folded, like it's like, because that's what it is, and I'm not gonna be sorry for it, and you just gonna have to deal with it. And they're like, oh, the shock, the shame, and there's nothing for you to be ashamed of. And you're realizing that in this connection or connections, this you're realizing that who you're dealing with are rather interesting. Like, yeah, you're interesting, but you realizing how interesting everybody is and how everybody is just a little bit different. And because of that difference, this can make connections stronger or strain them. And so this is you recognizing that everybody got secrets. Everybody got something in the bag, both good and bad, including you. But what you're not going to do is apologize for it. You're not trying to change nobody else, but you're not trying to have nobody change or give you pushback about what you're doing. You might be being accused of lying. Perhaps you couldn't make it to some place and they're like, where were you? You like, I was at work. No, you weren't. You're like, okay, whatever. Like, what, you want to be in my job now to make sure? You want to call my supervisor? And you're not putting up with this. You're not doing this. So the reason why this is happening is that you got the 10 of Wands and you have the 5 of Pentacles. So with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles here, Sagittarius, this is you being overburdened by others that you're in connection with, that you're friends with, where loyalty is in question, and there's all this toxicity happening now, snakes in the grass, so to speak, or you being thought to be a snake in the grass because people are feeling like they out in the cold and that you don't care, and you feel like they don't care, and so everybody don't care, and you just burden. And with this 10 of Wands, look at that face. You like, I'm not about this is a burden, but it's about to not be a burden. I'm just gonna let this go. I'm just gonna look at this and realize I don't have to carry this. I don't have to carry this. And you're gonna recover. You already in recovery mode. You are already in recovery mode. That was not a hard decision to choose yourself. And it's like, well, it is what it is. So what's coming towards you that is your challenge? Oh, before I go into that, if this is about institutions, or could do with family, you may be experiencing burden with trying to get things done, because you having a lot of choices you need to make. You're trying to make the right choice. There's a lot involved, a lot of energy and effort going into this that, you may be feeling stretched pretty thin. But I feel like this is something that you sticking with because you've come too far to turn back now. And so even though you feel put off by it with this 5 of Pentacles, you do intend to recover. You are looking at how to bring it to an end. You're looking at how to recover from it and not be stuck and have things move along. If there's any rules or regulations that you got to abide, or you got to revise your end of things to meet them, you're going to do it. It's just that it's taxing perhaps your money and finances and taxing of your energy. But I also feel with the 10 of Wands, you are coming to and at the end of that. And so recovery is approaching swiftly, in that you'll be able to bounce back once you get whatever last details that need to be done addressed. So now, what's coming towards you that is your challenge and your warning, Sagittarius, is you do have the 10 of Pentacles with the 6 of Pentacles. So with the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, there may be a focus on money. In fact, there is a focus on money. There may be a focus on money in this friendship connection or connections you're dealing with, where there's arguments about that, about what is being expected of you to pay and what it is that you are going to give. There also could be in this connections that you're dealing with who you have friendships or have interaction with, where there are issues like what was said. With this 10 of Pentacles, you're focusing on your restoration, okay? You're focusing on your gain. You're trying to focus on your legacy. You're trying to build up what you got going on, and that is your focus. And this is about you. This is about reciprocity, give and take. And so I feel that the caution here is that there's a need for you to be focused on your emotional satisfaction. There's a need for you to be focused on making decisions that bring you balance in your world, in your circumstances, with whomever or whatever you're dealing with, so that you remain restored, that you continue to still gain and build, and you don't become distracted from your focus of doing that, because this may be about the difference between you have your family that you now spend your energies on, or um, whatever you're building or creating, or as it has to do with work, and who is giving you clapback is people who are not willing to realize that reciprocity sometimes has to be recalibrated, and that give and take doesn't always mean it's going to be equal, but it doesn't mean that it was deliberate. If there is someone's doing a little more than somebody else, or someone can't do as much as they used to, you do what you can. And sometimes that's what reciprocity is. It's about doing what you can, not always trying to keep up with the status quo that was set, because your world is changing, their world is changing, and sometimes reciprocity has to be revisited to adapt to those changes. And that's what you're doing, whether people get it or not, I feel, Sagittarius. So how you handle what's coming towards you is you do have the High Priestess and you have the Devil. Two major arcanas here. With the High Priestess here, this is about, you may be back and forth in your feelings and emotions, okay? Trying to balance your shadow and light sides of yourself, as you are dealing with toxic situations or toxic people, or just, you know, things that are trying to or make you feel stuck or make you feel constrained. And so you are torn perhaps with obligations, and what obligations to carry out and what obligations can't be carried out. And so you are facing some adversity here. And so with the High Priestess here, there's a need for you to focus on tapping into your intuition. This is the time to tap into your intuition, as long as your intuition isn't off. And this is you accessing wisdom here, and allowing yourself to be intuitively guided, with the focus of you being able to maintain looking at your life from a positive perspective, and needing to refrain from having a negative viewpoint about life, or about what you're dealing with, and be able to navigate it and move forward. Now, I also feel with the High Priestess, one of the things that you may consider is, as you gain more knowledge and understanding and wisdom, where you are questioning the receptivity of others, or looking at how others may be questioning your receptivity. You are trying to discern what is false, what is hidden, or you may be um, deciding as a result to become more secretive, so that, or be more mysterious on your end, and be okay with that, because you're not about to explain yourself. You're not about to explain yourself. You're not about to engage in toxicity and negative situations and negative people who you may be having issues with, or they're having issues with you, because they want to oppress you to doing and fulfilling their needs and aims. when it wasn't that you weren't trying to. You just, you know, had something else you got to do. And you just, you know, something concerning them got skipped and they just can't seem to move on. And you're learning, you're the one probably going to have to. And you will. If you have to, you will. But this is you standing in your personal power, and this is you not explaining yourself. This is you saying this is what it is, and that's it. And so your outcome here is you do have the Five of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. So with the Five of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune here, this is difficult energy that is affecting you emotionally, where, you know, you may be disappointed. I don't feel like you could be a lot disappointed, a lot upset. But I also feel that this is you focus on recovering from that. This is you focusing on not allowing yourself to be upset or remain upset. This is you not allowing yourself to focus on what's lost if it's a relationship, what's lost if it's concerning institutions or what you're trying to work on and do. And you're just focusing on having that wisdom and insight to, you know, go where you can get receptivity to uncover as much as you can that's hidden to you. You're keeping, you know, your objectives close to your chest more than you used to, or you're deciding to do that at this time because you're learning that some people can't go with you on this next phase that or journey or chapter that you are embarking upon or trying to create or start or walk down or travel for that matter. And so this is you gaining understanding and wisdom and realizing that um, you're okay with cutting losses if you have to, because you're going to be loyal to yourself and you're not going to betray yourself. You're not looking to betray or be disloyal to anyone else, but you're not going to have anybody push you around or try to make you feel stuck or just try to create adversity for you, um, because there's some level of greed or even perhaps some jealousy. But this is you identifying and choosing not to engage in any destructive emotions or thoughts or patterns or behavior that will cause you to be bound and stuck. But this is instead you operating in your personal power because you are looking to recover um, and change it. Now, let's take a look, Sagittarius, at what your guidance is, because you have 5 cards, and from the looks of things, that you probably need 5 cards. So let's take a look. The first one is you have, well, there you go. Look ahead. Visionary planning and preparation. Look ahead, Sagittarius. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Look ahead. You are preparing. You got things you're working on. You got your sights set on something. With all this blue here, is bringing me to um, that throat chakra, where this is you communicating your authentic truth and not being shy about it and speaking up, and you're able to express yourself effectively while you're at it. And that's what it is. And I'm also being taken to, if you take a look here, this is like this golden looking color, um, kind of yellow, which for me is that chakra of the solar plexus. This is that fire energy. This is you being in your personal power. This is you having inner strength and being empowered and not allowing people to stress you out or, you know, get a dig at your self-esteem. You know who you are and you standing in your truth. You also have authenticity. Authenticity. I can barely say it. You have authenticity, sovereignty, independent, and uniqueness. That's you. That's right. This is you standing in your authenticity, being your authentic self. And you know what? You're just fine standing here all there yourself, taking up all that space. Because you see all this green here? That is your heart chakra open. And this is you having self love. This is you having love for your relationships, but where your self love is preserved here. You show compassion, and you're not isolating yourself, but you also are not going to let people isolate you because you are showing self love and your heart chakra is open. I'm also taken to, it's like you see this purpley, even magenta. So you may even be following your intuition here, your wisdom and guidance, and realizing that some people may be toxic and too negative for you to deal with because they may be coloring your vision about the life you're living in a negative way when you are at a place where you all about positivity, I feel, Sagittarius. And so this is you choosing not to worry about them and not to focus on them, but to focus on your present, your here and now, and you needing to quiet your mind, or deciding to allow your mind be quieted by not listening to whoever giving you any crap, but also quieting your mind so that you know intuitively what's best and what's good, and allowing yourself to be guided towards it. You also have alliance, okay? Connections, unity, creative solutions. So the connections and the commitments and the relationships that you can align with, you will. Um, if you see all this orange here with this fox, this is you being clever, this is you being cunning, but this is like your sacral chakra, where you are doing what feels right, and you're not being guilted or having any regret. You are sly with it, and you got the right to be sly with it, because I don't feel that you have malintent, even though you may be being treated as though you are. And so you know better. You know better, and you're not doing that. You also have two goddess guidance cards. And the first one is abundantia, prosperity, goddess abundantia. And it's prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance onto you. Be open to receive it. You all about abundance and prosperity, and this is about you focusing on your abundance and prosperity, and focusing on the things that are good, the things that bring you value and worth, and that bring you positivity and forward movement. And you also have goddess Athena, inner wisdom. Didn't I say that? This is you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Cut away what no longer serves you. Keep what is, and you know the difference. This is the time where you maintain your serenity now. Maintain your serenity now. What you can change, change. What you can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.